Hello, everyone.
Hello!
Hello, Catskills. Hello, Felix. Hello, G. Hello, DK Aspie. How's everyone doing this evening? Welcome to Board Game House. Yes, my hair is now green. Hello, Fuzzy. Hello, Lynx. Yep. Hello, Greggles. Welcome to Board Game House, where three friends play board games on the internet for all of you. And yes, Megan's hair is now violently purple again.
Violently purple.
Before we begin, a few quick announcements. Thank you, DK. If you're new or haven't been around, for the whole year, we're going to be donating 20% of our donations to charity. And also for every $100 we get in donations, we're also going to be giving a game to West Virginia University's Toy Mountain. What are you screaming at?
She's a cat. She just screams.
Where we will be donating a game to West Virginia University's Toy Mountain, which is kind of like Toys for Tots, but here local to West Virginia. Both Megan and Derek both graduated from West Virginia University, so it's kind of near and dear to our hearts.
Thank you.
Also,
Cattail.
big push that we're doing this year is also our YouTube, so if you're not already subscribed there, please definitely subscribe there. New content will be going up there shortly.
Like this week.
Other things that are going on.
Like this week.
Yes, like this week.
Be looking for new content on Tuesday and on Thursday. Da da da.
Two different contents.
Ooh.
Other things that are going on. This Wednesday, Megan and I will be continuing.
Like you care.
Oh, I don't care. I just don't know.
Megan and I will be continuing our new, our playthrough of Detective on Wednesday. So if you're not caught up, go to the YouTube, catch up there. Make sure you hit a thumbs up while you're there, that you like the video. Leave comments so we can see them. Other things that are going on. On this Friday, I will not be here. I have a murder mystery, so it will either be Megan and Derek or Megan, Derek, and Friends. I don't know. They get to decide that. I think that's everything we have. Megan?
I don't think we figured out if there's going to be guest or not.
No one ever responded to my suggestions, so...
You never respond to anybody's suggestions, so...
Yeah, but...
We are at 724 followers, which means we are 76 away from our goal of 800 followers. Join us.
Whew.
Leave your flower. Join us. Leave your cheese to sour. Join us. Come and spend an hour or two or three or sometimes four. Diddly-doo. Ta-dum.
What's that from?
Pippin. Dream roll. Right there.
Alright.
Is that the one about the carnival?
Okay, yes and no. The revival was circus themed.
What's the one with the guy, the ringleader? You said
That
I could do it.
is... I said that you could do it. I think I said that you would enjoy it. And that was probably Paramore.
Sure.
Where I thought you would enjoy
Sure.
the circus guy, the lead circus guy. Who's not really a circus guy, he's actually a movie director. But it was a Cirque du Soleil musical, so it was circusy.
No, the Music Dinner Theater does not, and the murder mystery does not have a theme. But it is Monday.
It has a theme. It just doesn't have a theme song.
It's Monday, and that means it's my Kickstarter corner.
Indeed.
When the time comes for a new game to play, there's just one place to turn at the end of the day. You never know what exciting game you'll see when you tune in to Board Game House on Twitch.tv. Find a game to back so you can be its owner. It's time once again for Derek's Kickstarter Corner.
low. We have 3 new Kickstarters this week, 3 returning Kickstarters, but I'm going to start by reminding you that Dungeon Party has a few hours left for you. We've talked about it several times. You know what it's about. Go check out Dungeon Party. There's a few hours left, as well as Shiver Me Timbers has a handful of hours left as well. But I wanted to make room for new things in the corner, so we're not going to dive deep into those. We are going to start with Here to Slay from Unstable Unicorns. If you've played Unstable Unicorns, you know about their style. You know about, I think, the general play style. This game is a little bit more in depth than Unstable Unicorns. Basically, you are trying to put together the best fantasy party of crazy animal classes that you can, or defeat 3 monsters to win this game. It looks great. The art style is the same. The company they're so good. They have so many stretch goals and so many different options for you to do tier-wise. It's a 2 to 6 player game. I told you what it's about. There are 6 unique heroes. There are 15 monsters in the base. The Kickstarter edition gets you 6 additional heroes, and it gives you new monsters, and it like upgrades the components and stuff. The base is $20, and that's like the retail version of the game that you're gonna get. And then the Kickstarter edition is $5 more, so $25 the Kickstarter. You're gonna get all those extras. $39 is going to get you the Kickstarter edition and 2 expansions that are coming out. And then if you backed Unstable Unicorns or some of their other previous games, you are actually going to be able to get some unique items through this Kickstarter. So go check those out if you back those games. There's a lot of other tiers above those 3 that I mentioned that include several different things. But I didn't want to have to go through all of them. So go check them out yourself. All the links for the Kickstarters are going to be in our Discord, so you don't have to go searching for them. Here to Slay has, let's see, specifically, Here to Slay has 7 days left, so you have a week to get Here to Slay. The next game we're talking about is Crimes in History, H.H. Holmes's Murder Castle. If you know anything about H.H. Holmes, you will basically know what this game is about. If you don't, at the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago, a man named H.H. Holmes put together a hotel for people to stay in. While they were staying in that hotel, he murdered them in torture rooms and in back chambers and in basements and such. Very horrific story, but also a pretty interesting one if you're into that kind of stuff. Basically, the game is for 2 to 6 players, 45 to 60 minutes, and basically you are playing one of the people that he bamboozled into helping him design his murder hotel. And you are trying to work your way through this maze of rooms to find evidence that proves you had nothing to do with the murdering of dozens of people. I think it looks like a pretty good game. It looks like it's a cool mix of betrayal because you're sort of putting the hotel together, just like in Betrayal at House on the Hill, mixed with sort of elements of Letters from Whitechapel, where you're collecting clues and trying to outwit H.H. Holmes because he's going to pop up in these rooms and try and stop you and try and murder you. But it just looks really cool. The art style is very interesting and unique. You get a glimpse right here. There is an expansion that comes with it that's going to add more rooms and more characters. The base is $49 and the one with the expansion is $59. There are 8 days left on this one, and I suggest you check it out because I think it looks pretty cool. Next, Hero Forge. If you enjoy minis, if you play D&D, you've probably been to Hero Forge before. They are currently on Kickstarter raising money for Hero Forge 2.0. Basically what this is they're adding colored plastics to your available what's already available, meaning you can design the color and stuff of your mini before it's shipped out to you, so you don't have to worry about painting it, or if you know that you're not a very good painter or don't have the time, you can just go this route. What the money from the Kickstarter is going to do is allow them to upgrade their current systems and stuff, to also pay for the colored plastic. You are basically getting a discount on a mini. $39 is the base level where you're going to get one brand new colored mini, and that is at a discount from like the normal rate. There are so many other tiers where you get so many other things. Some of the other new things coming, there's going to be a token maker system. So a lot of people use like World Anvil and Roll20 for their D&D or tabletop RPG campaigns. Basically what their token maker is going to do is allow you to create your mini on their website, and then you can export a digital copy of it either in token form or as like a 3D version, so that you can use it with those systems and sort of just drop it onto the map. I think this is a very cool feature. I think it's something that they've been probably pushing for a long time, because it just seems logical to have that option. I love Hero Forge. I always, when I am designing a character, Hero Forge is one of the first places I go with my ideas, just so I can visually see what I'm, sort of creating, and then I can just bounce ideas out of that. So I love Hero Forge, and I think this is a great first step. Some of these additional tiers are going to allow you to get multiple minis at a discount, or access to the token maker before anybody else. There are some that allow you to design your mini in one of their fancy, nicer plastics or metals, and then it's going to allow you to get it professionally painted by people at Hero Forge before it comes to you. So it's not necessarily their new plastics, but it's going to be pre-painted. I think that's pretty cool, and you can check out all those different tiers. There were so many, and the price just continues to grow, but the base is $39 for just that first mini. So now we're going to get to the new stuff, and that is starting with a game called Hot Garbage. This is a card game. Basically, you are lighting things on fire. It just looks very interesting, and I'm 100% about it. It's a very simple game. 54 cards, 2 to 4 players, 15 to 30 minutes, so it is a smaller game. And it just looks so cute. I mean, look at that little flame boy right there. All of the cards are like that. There's wood. There are potions. There is water guns. There are explosions and umbrellas and raccoons. It's not Smokey the Bear, but it might be on one of these cards. And basically, you are trying to ignite a fire. And you are also trying to stop your other friends from growing their fire. So I just think it recommended it for me, and it looked precious, and I knew that you guys would love it. And these cards are hysterical. I'm just looking through them right now. There are 16 days left on this campaign, and they have a print and play version, which we know that I love print and play because it's affordable and you can immediately start playing. $6 gets you the print and play. You can get a physical copy for $17 and then 2 copies for $34. So that's all the tiers that they have. Very simple. There you go. I wanted to bring this one to you guys because I know that some of you would love it. And I know that some of you like those quick, easy games that you can take with you and play wherever. So there you go. Hot Garbage. Check it out. Next, the next 2 are actually tabletop stuff, which we haven't talked about a whole lot recently. The first one is called Tome of Beasts 2. And basically, this is exactly what it sounds like. This is additional monsters and things, animals and such, for you to insert into your Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder games. It is specifically compatible for 5e, but I'm sure that almost everybody who plays Pathfinder knows how to incorporate things from 5e over to their game. This is obviously the second version of the book that they've done. So there you go. The first one was very popular. It also got funded on Kickstarter. This one adds, let me get you the specific numbers. I thought I had it. Hold on. They're still previewing, they're still playtesting this stuff. Some of these pledge levels get you a lot of things. But they also have, so with Tome of Beasts, they have the actual book with the new monsters in it. They also have Tome of Beasts Layers, which is basically encounters, a book of encounters that use these new monsters to make it easier for you to just drop them right in to your campaign. The pledge levels, $15 gets you just the PDF of those encounters. Then there is also $22 gets you a soft cover of the layers and the PDF. $25 gets you the PDF of just the monster book. $30 gets you allows you a Roll20 license to use this stuff in Roll20, and you get to submit a monster potentially to be in the book. $35. This is the big one. $35 gets you the PDFs for both the Monster Manual, the Tome of Beasts, and the Encounters book. And I don't think that's a bad price for a supplement type thing. So $35 gets you both of those PDFs, and $50 gets you the hardcovers of both. Sorry, $60 gets you the hardcover. Either way, Tome of Beasts, if you're a dungeon master, if you're a game master, this is definitely something to look into. All kinds of this stuff comes out on Kickstarter, so always keep looking in through there for stuff that you like. I know that there are tarot cards on Kickstarter right now for you to use in your games, but this one is just chock full of good stuff. Plus, on the Kickstarter page, you can actually get sort of samples of a couple of the monsters that they've already flushed out. But that's Tome of Beasts 2. It's got 17 days left. Go check it out. And then finally, this one I think is very exciting. This last one is Altered Carbon, the tabletop RPG version of Altered Carbon, which is, I think it's a book series and a graphic novel. But it's also a series on Netflix, which was so good. If you haven't watched it, definitely go check it out. It's such an interesting concept. Basically, if you're not familiar with it, in the Altered Carbon series, basically people have special skills and stuff, obviously, like any RPG, but you also have the ability to have lived multiple lives. They can download your consciousness and put it into new bodies, which it's just a batshit crazy idea, and I loved it. But this RPG it was written and designed by Ivan Van Norman, which I know a lot of us are fans of. And today was the very first day, and it got funded very quickly. It's like 200% funded right now, more than that even. It has 29 days left, so you have plenty of time for this one. It's actually 350% funded now. So that's a whole lot for the first day. But if you haven't watched the Netflix series, go watch the Netflix series, and I promise you will be intrigued to play an RPG version of this one, just like I am. Plus, it's pretty affordable as well. $25 is going to get you the PDF version of the RPG, and $50 is going to get you the actual physical book as well as the PDF. There are several other tiers here that increase in price that'll get you additional stuff, reference cards, and alternate covers for the book, and deluxe editions and stuff like that. But if you know Ivan Van Norman, you know that he's very passionate about things, so you know that this is going to be good. I know it's going to be good. I'm super interested in this. But that is Altered Carbon, 29 days left. you can get the physical copy of the book for $50. The last thing I'm going to talk about, just to get people hyped up about it, it's not on Kickstarter yet, so don't go looking for it. But the Stargate RPG is going to be on Kickstarter later this month, and I'm so excited for it. It's going to be so good. We're already talking about getting a copy and playing at Gen Con, so I'm hyped about it. But that's the Kickstarter corner for this week. Like I said, all of the links for all of these things I've talked about are going to be on our Discord in the Derek's Kickstarter Corner channel. Welcome. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and check us out. But here you go. Derek's Kickstarter Corner.
When the time comes for a new game to play, there's just one place to turn at the end of the day. You never know what exciting game you'll see when you tune in to Board Game House on Twitch.tv. Find a game to back so you can be its owner. It's time once again for Derek's Kickstarter Corner.
And we're back.
Have cat friend.
Dream that our friend SoCal donated $15. So thank you so much, SoCal.
Woo!
Puts up to $25 towards another game. So thank
We're
you.
25% of the way to another game.
We've already went through this once. So we already talked about it, but for every $100, 20% is going to go to a charity, and for every $100 that we get, we're donating a game. So thank you so much, SoCal, for that donation. And Cthulhu donated the first $10 in this batch Friday. So thank you guys so much for your donations. Thank you so much for being so generous. It means a lot to us.
Yes. Okay, so tonight we are playing Ex Libri. Is it Libris or Libri?
I think it's Libri.
Libri.
The library.
Well, I was
in Latin.
assuming that it was Latin, so I was leaving off the S. But I never know. My hair is sticking into my lip gloss and it's annoying me. So basically, we are librarians that are trying to put books in our library. We will get points for our prominent works. They'll give us extra points for certain types of books. We will lose points for banned books in our library. We will also get bonuses for shelf stability, which we will explain when it's a little easier to, explain. And we also have our own personal library focus that we will get extra bonus points for too. This is a really fun game. I see you've already chosen the witch.
Yep.
Okay.
Should I switch over to the main screen now?
Yeah. So now we're gonna choose our characters. I usually play as the bookworm.
They all come with really cool, fun
But honestly, I kind of want to
characters.
play as the gelatinous cube just because I like the gelatinous cube figure.
I don't think the gelatinous cube has a very
It doesn't
cool
have a very
ability.
powerful ability. That's why I've never taken it, but I really like the piece.
We only get... Do we get 2 or 3 figures because we're playing with 3 players?
I believe you get 2. This is the first player marker, which just looks like an eye.
What do I normally play as?
You usually play as
the
the
golem.
golem. Can open this now.
Yeah, I'm still gonna play the golem. I just think it's.
Technically, you're supposed to do this randomly. You're supposed to choose the
No.
characters randomly.
No.
But we always have certain house rules, and we like to play as different characters.
The beginner gets to take 3. Otherwise, it's just 2.
Okay.
So, I take it you bet on Kansas City then?
Not necessarily. A lot of people do Super Bowls where you just buy a square and make money if the quarters or halves end in those numbers. It's a very easy way to make money, and it's also just random. So, I prefer that.
All right, so basically we're going to play until I'm gonna stick with the worm. I don't remember. Oh, it's Shelby.
Shelby.
That's right. Shelby.
Yeah, we don't need the scoring pad.
We don't
now.
need the scoring pad right now. We don't need these either. Okay.
Golem.
You need your golem. Now remember, yours has a specific... We learned that yours is not as powerful as we thought it was.
I get to take a card that gets discarded.
But there is a
Nuance to it.
yeah. So my only complaint about this game, which really isn't a complaint,
Golems are too simple to be nuanced.
which really isn't too much of a complaint because it's understandable, is that each of the characters have special abilities, and the special abilities are listed. However, in the case of the golem, the card here doesn't have all of the rules for the golem on it. All of the expanded rules are in the rule book. In step 2, you may choose one card that we discarded from each location's resolves. Every turn or so it's processed until the trash golem's location itself is. This is the thing that we weren't doing right.
So just don't be at the first one.
Basically.
Got it. End my turn at the end.
Basically, if you want one from each of them, you have to be
Sure.
at the end. So, does everybody remember how this is played?
Yes. Ish.
All right. Okay. Well, give me that, and I'll do a quick rundown because I don't know it well enough to do it off the top of my head. Okay. So each round has 4 phases. This is in lieu of a how to play because we still haven't done a how to play for it. The first is the preparation phase, and that is when we put out the new locations. So we're always going to put out the number of locations equal to the number of players, except for the first round. The first round we will only lay out 2 because the Diviner's Hunt is it Diviner or Diviner?
It's diviner. It's divination.
It's divination.
But it's divine. If you
Okay.
are a practicer of
Okay.
divination, you are a diviner.
Okay.
Because diviner is
I
it just sounds ignorant when it comes out of your
prefer
mouth.
Diviner.
Thank
but
you.
Whatever.
Thank you, Mika. That helps so much. Micah. It's Micah.
It's Micah. So the Diviner's Hut will stay out there. It's actually going to be out there for the entire game. The number 2 is the placement phase, which is where we are going to place our workers. You can place them in one of 2 places. You can place them on the
I don't have any workers.
outside location. He needs his workers. Or you can place them on your tile.
Gray or blue?
What?
Do you want gray or blue?
There's no red ones?
No.
Oh, gray.
On your tile. If you place them on your tile, you can either draw 1 card or you can shelve a card. In some cases, this is the only place. In my case, in Shelby's case, I can only use Shelby's power if Shelby is on my home card.
Home base.
That is not the case for everybody. Then we have the resolution phase. The resolution phase is going to be taking care of any of the delayed effects first. Then we'll discard any of the cards that remain on those locations, and then we'll return the assistance, and it goes from left to right.
Sure.
There are some locations up here that have green banners, and they have a lightning bolt. Those are done immediately when you place your worker there. Once we have resolved all of the places, we move on to the cleanup phase. So, let me see which. Okay, so whichever tile has the lowest in numerical order, which is there on the left top corner. You good?
Yep.
Okay. Left top corner. That one is going to stay into the next round. The others are going to get discarded. So every round there will be more.
It becomes a permanent HUD.
Locations.
Or permanent
Permanent location. It becomes a permanent location.
The lowest of the new ones.
The lowest of the new ones, yes.
Got it.
You'll put the rest of them will be put in a discard pile. If it's ever depleted, you just shuffle the discard pile and put them back into the locations. Finally, remove your workers from your home spaces and to see if anybody has.
DK, I feel that.
If anybody
Oh,
has.
yes, Pearl.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Ray.
Hi, Ray.
And hi, Sijin, if we didn't say hi to you.
Hi, Sujin.
And Mystery Science Person.
Mystery Science Person 3000. I know for a fact they prefer whenever you say their whole thing.
If you don't continue, I'm
MSP
gonna
3000.
forget everything.
Finally, you check to see if anybody's library has completed or has triggered the final round. The final round is triggered in our case when somebody has 14 cards. You said it to me. Well, you said that you liked that I said it, so I just have always said it.
In the library.
I believe it was at New Year's. When you have 14 cards in your library.
Got it.
When somebody has 14 cards in their library. Once that, we'll play one more round. You have time to do anything that you need to, and game will end after that round.
Sure.
And then we'll score. Few things. You can only place cards. What is it? I can never say it. Orthogonally. I can never say it. So you can't place things diagonally. You can only place it left or right, top, bottom.
Yeah.
And yes, and you will have you'll get points for alphabetical order. That includes the numbers. There are small numbers next to the letters. I think that's everything.
Yeah. And on your little play map, Matt, it tells you how many of each letter there are.
Yes. It also says it on your...
On the card.
Okay.
Are you going first?
No, I'm just putting these out here because they need to be out here.
Okay. So the first person... First player is whoever most recently acquired a book, which I believe is...
You bought 2 books.
Did I buy 2 books?
On Saturday when we went to Michael's.
Oh, I did. I bought 2 journals. I actually was going to go back to Humblewood. And since it was a gift, I was going to say I received it. So, either way, I was going first.
Sure.
During the resolution of highest bidder.
All right. So,
are these face up or face down?
face down. Wait.
The 2 cards that came out are the Donation Center and the Auction House.
Players of the highest bidder must discard a number of cards equal to their bid and take and or shelve the 3 auctioned cards. I believe they're placed face down. Let me look.
I know there are some that are face down. I think that one's face up because it is an auction house. So you have to be able to see what you're auctioning.
When placing, choose a bid space. Return outbid assistance to their players. During resolution, the highest bidder must discard a number of cards equal to their bid to take and or shelve 3
I think
auction
some of
cards.
them will say
Face down.
face down.
I think they're face up unless they
I
say
believe
face down.
This one, yeah.
So just so I understand, if I want to go to the auction house, I put my piece there and choose the highest number?
Well, whatever you put, if you're the highest one at the end, you have to pay that from the number of cards in your hand.
Highest.
Correct, whoever's the highest at the end. So if you go 4 right away, nobody's going to take that from you.
Sure.
But that means you have to discard 4 cards.
4 cards. Got it. I understand.
And then you have to pay cards in order to actually get those cards.
Now, also,
I think.
just for the record, when placing, you choose a bid space. If somebody has been outbid,
They get their thing
they
back.
get their thing back. So they'll get essentially another turn. Because this is basically a lost turn if you don't.
And in terms of redeeming the spaces, it goes 1, 2, 3, and then our personal things.
Yes, these need to be in numerical order. So 1, 3, and 4.
So is that do they try to get flipped over?
It doesn't say.
I will reshuffle these, but I'm gonna look through because I know the ones
At the donation center, you can discard one or more cards, then shelve up to 2 cards from your hand. So basically, you discard and shelve. I think each of us, our home base allows us to immediately draw 1 card or shelve 1 card from our hand.
Yes.
Okay.
If you go to your... You also have you looked at your category?
Yes.
Alright, those will give you extra
Bonus points.
bonus points. Okay, I feel like...
Yeah, this one actually says face down.
Alright, then yes, face up. There we go. Figured it out. Just took us a minute.
Yeah.
Alright, so I get to go first. So we have S1, B3, and F. What is that? F6? F3? F3.
Our prominent works, our reference text,
Okay.
our banned works.
Our potions.
So negative points for potions.
Yes. Hi, baby.
The prominent works, the player with the first, second, and third most books of this category in their bookshelf at the end of the game gets extra points.
There is not a hand limit. Hi. You're just gonna stand there and look at me until I love on you? Is that what's happening? Alright. So. Okay.
Hey, Charles.
Hello, love. Alright, so I'm gonna start here.
Okay.
Listen.
And I'm going to draw a card.
No. Herded. You're being herded.
Okay, my turn.
Oh. So, just so everyone knows, there are 2 things that happened this weekend. One, you can go. Saturday, we went and checked our P.O. box for the first time and
Don't
found...
you have to discard stuff?
No, it's not.
No,
till
that's
the
it.
end.
It's the end.
Whoever has the highest at the end has to discard.
Okay.
Went to our P.O. box for the first time and found that there was an item in there.
Woo!
We, and by we I mean Derek and I, now have not 1, not 2, but 3 Brian W. Foster's sequin pillows in our house. Please stop.
3 different ones.
Help.
They're great. I love them.
And we had a special delivery from Felix in which he brought me 30 of the small bags of Takis, and I'm very happy. So.
Are there 24?
Some absurd sequence of events. But yes. Although I do like this one a lot because it's the one where he's holding the cabbage. So.
Did we say hello to Ray?
Hello, Ray. How was your get together? Was your drink poison?
Okay.
Much get quite together. Good. Good, 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 good.
I will.
I feel like that's how it generally works, so. I feel like there was something that I finally watched the
Okay, I'm gonna go here to discard this and shelve 2.
Okay. Okay. I finally got to watch the live action Aladdin. It's really good. It was good. It's better than I thought it was going to be. Finally. Hello, Heroic Logic.
Hello, hello. Anyways, just jumping in here. We're just now starting our first round of Ex Libris.
Ex Libris. This game just makes me a little stressed out because I'm just gonna draw another card. I don't like any of these. Mary Poppins Returns is so good. We also watched the Lion King, the new Lion King, and then
I'm going to shelve a card myself.
2 Fast and Furious movies.
and then it got you watched the Fast and Furious movies. I drew and made fun of the Fast and Furious movies.
Actually,
After we finished Lion King, it was like, because you watched the Lion King, you should watch the Lion King.
Did that for Aladdin too.
Oh, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Had the animated Lion King came up. It was very, very funny.
Actually, so if I go here, I can discard.
Nope, you can't.
Yeah, I can. 3 plus.
Oh, I thought it meant +3.
No.
So I'm going to discard a card.
So there you go, Ex Libris, playable with two people.
And I'm going to play that card.
Let me get this.
And I'm going to play.
This is mine. The weird eyeball.
Play this card.
Okay, Golem is going here. I would like to draw a card, please. No.
Is there a reason
The
why
other
you're
deck.
putting the golem there?
Huh?
Is there a reason why you're putting the golem there?
He has to be at a location in order for him to actually do his.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. He's got to be at a location.
Oh, I thought this was a location.
No.
But it's not a location that gets. Give me the robot, please.
But if that's the case, then the Golem's going up here.
So there, I don't have.
Oh, I have it.
I literally. Okay. Moved it. Alright. Golem. Yeah, it has to be at a location.
Okay. That's my turn.
Did you draw a card?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see you do it.
He handed it to me.
I'm going here. Shelby's going here because I want 2 cards.
Okay. There you go.
I don't believe I need to do anything with the first player token. Let me double check because there are games that you have to give up the first player token if you already have the first player. Keep it. I really like this game, but it causes me to really have to like math out like where I'm going to place letters.
Shh.
But when you're placing your books, remember that you always want to be able to make a rectangle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure you remember. Derek?
Also, you can't really see it on the board, but every
Did you up your...
spine
Did Derek go here?
on each of these things
Oh,
He says well enough.
has a title.
gotcha. They do. They all have different titles, and they always make me really happy. So on this one... Oh, no, that's not... Oh, well, it's the Saga Chronicles. Busy lifting drinks, 500 fireball spells, fashionable fascism, and the farmer's folly.
I'm gonna go down here to my card again and just shelve another card. P.
I'm out of workers because I didn't go to the auction house.
So I get to have one left. I'm going to go here and draw a card. And then I have to discard 3 cards. So I'm going to discard these 3 cards.
The song never fails to put me in a good mood.
So I get these 3. Now I can either choose to keep them in my hand or I can go ahead and shelve them. I'm going to go ahead and shelve some of these.
Well, that sucks. I thought you got 1 card.
No? You get to take and shelve the 3 auctioned cards.
You get to take cards equal to what you bid.
No.
What?
You must discard a number of cards equal to the number bid. So he had to discard 3 cards in order to take the 3 cards.
I misunderstood.
I'm going to hold on to these 2 in my hand. Okay.
Okay. So now you've already done the thing. So we take back all of our stuff. Move your workers off of these 2.
No, he stays.
These 2 get discarded. Diviner's Hut stays. Diviner's Hut stays.
That goes up to the permanent locations. And 3 moves go
Oh,
up.
I thought of the new ones. Never mind.
Alright. We have the Assistants Guild, the Book Collector, and the Garbage Dump.
So 1
Alright,
card gets
so we deal
dumped
1 here.
here.
So, you can discard any number of cards from your hand or library. For every 2 books discarded that match one of the book collector's categories, draw 1 card from the deck. Okay, so you can't actually take this card. Garbage dump, name a category, then search the discard pile, take any 1 card containing a book of the named category. You may shelve it. And then the Assistants Guild. Move one of your previously placed assistants from a home action space to a space occupied by an opponent's assistant. Return their assistant if the location's effect is instant, and activate it.
Your previously placed assistants from home action space.
Alright, so I'm going to place Shelby here. For those of you who don't know, in the very first game that we played of this, I played as the bookworm, and I
Oh,
named...
shit. I wanted to do something I didn't do. I wanted to use my witch ability for this card that I picked up.
We're really far past.
We're really not. I won't shelve it.
So this is Shelby. Shelby is named after the little worm from Adventure Time. So, this means I get to do Shelby's action, which is that I get to do both of my home actions. So I'm going to draw a card. And I'm going to place a card. So I have The Tourist's Guide to the Underworld, Totally True Tales, and Torturous Tasks to Take Up Your Time. Alright. Zeben, it's your turn. What are you going to do? Couldn't remember what my card was.
I'm actually going to go here and draw a card.
Okay, Derek.
Golem.
Golem is going to the garbage dump.
Is that immediate or?
Nope, that's at the
It
end.
is at the end.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to shelve this card, which is another T. I have Turpitude for Rude Dudes, The 12 Best Days No One Noticed, and 200 pages to start fires with.
Hey. Hilarious. Some of my books, The Art of the Deal, As I Die Trying, Assisting Astrology with Technology, Interpreting Important Potents, Intermediate Augury, Insignificant Incidents, Insidious Instruments, Pranks to Ruin Someone's Day, and Powerful Peace Treaties.
Hi, Madam Mommy.
Boo boo boo!
I'm going to draw another card.
Okay. I feel like this is really the just draw.
I'll send the boy here to draw a card.
Okay.
Which pile? From the second pile.
Okay. I'm going to go back to the diviner's hut. I like diviner better. Draw one card for every assistant you have placed. Take the first player token. I've already have the first player token. But do I still get to draw two? Because I have two assistants out? Or
guess so.
would it only be one because this one is the one placed?
No, I mean, because that's considered out, I think. Yeah, I mean, because you just placed this one, so...
So it would be two.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Alright. I'm going to go here. Which means I can take one of these guys. I place this here. This comes back to you. And I can draw two cards.
You also get this. Dang it!
Ding dong. Lieutenant McLean
Lieutenant
resubbed.
McLean! Hello! Thank you for coming back for 2 months! Woo!
GH.
She's not very excited.
I will.
Yee.
I will draw another card.
Which one?
The second pile.
Okay.
Hell yes.
Okay, now for the record,
Ow.
this garbage dump, we're gonna have to combine the two piles.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just a reminder that that's something that's gonna have
really
to
far
happen.
there.
Well, the draw pile's really far over there.
Yeah. All right. Well, poo.
DK, all I want to say after that is, but the fire is so delightful.
Yeet. All right. Well, I'm going to go here, I guess. I can discard any number of cards from my hand or the library. For every 2 books discarded, I draw 1 card from the deck. And I can shelve up to 2 of the cards drawn, but I'm only discarding 2, so I'm only going to get 1 card. So I'm discarding these 2.
Mm-hmm.
They both have
The monster
the
mouth.
monsters. So I get to draw 1, and I can shelve it if I want to. Don't think that I do. It's an I. I just feel like I don't know where would be a good place to place it.
Okay, don't shove it.
I'm not gonna shelve it. I'm gonna keep it in my hand. Also, it has one of the banned books on it. I don't like having banned books in my library. Alright, is that everybody?
I think so. So Derek, you get to.
Yep, you need to take that. Because it would be discarded. Derek, you also get to go through the garbage dump. What category do you want?
The monster mouth.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Yes.
I used to.
Not bookshelf, not so much, but movies I generally do.
I used to organize my bookshelf alphabetically.
I
Now
actually-
it's just wherever they fit.
I actually organize my bookshelf by the Dewey Decimal System.
I bet that is remarkably pleasing to the eye.
Okay, I take
Okay. It allows you to shelve it.
Bridezillas and Grooms Minotaurs, Bronin the Brobarian, Broomstick Mending, A Flyer's Guide, and Brunch or Second Breakfast.
Okay. So.
Okay, well that's it. From now on, I'm calling brunch second breakfast.
Book collector goes up here. Those get discarded.
Yep. And 3 more come out. All right, we have yard sale, bookseller, and tax collector.
Quick reminder, you can do your taxes now.
You can.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. All right, so the bookseller, you can take any 1 card from this location and shelve it. The tax collector, in turn order, each opponent must discard 1 card to this location. You may discard any number of cards to take any number of cards from this location. You may shelve any or all of the newly acquired cards. And then the yard sale, reveal any number of cards from your hand. In turn order, each opponent may take or shelve 1 of your revealed cards or pass. Continue until all revealed cards are gone or all opponents have passed.
For each of your revealed cards taken or
Or
shelved
shelved,
by an opponent,
You
draw
get to
2
draw
cards.
2 cards.
Nice.
Then shelve any one card from your hand.
All right, I go first. I'm going to go to the bookseller.
That makes sense.
I'm going to take this one because,
Reasons?
well, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's pleasing.
Yes.
Derek? We need to deal a card to the book
Oh,
collector.
you're right. Sorry.
Okay, so I have a question about my ability. If I put him here, will I still get one of those discarded cards from this?
Yes.
Okay.
You'll get it through where your
Okay.
golem is.
In turn order.
Read the rules again. I think it says choose a location.
No, it's all locations.
It's all locations.
I get one
Up
card from
until
each of the discarded
His
batches.
is done. Choose one card that would be discarded from each location as it resolves, and either take it or shelve it. Continue this process until the trash golem's locations itself is resolved and the token is returned to you.
Okay. In turn order, each opponent must discard one card to this location. You may discard X cards to take X cards from this location. You may shelve any/all of the newly acquired cards. Well, hold on. I might get them anyway.
You're going to get a card from there.
Yeah. But we still would have, Steven and I would have to discard a card to there. And then you can discard cards to take them, or you can just wait until the end.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll go here.
Okay. So in turn order, which means it would be me first. So I'm discarding this
I'm
one.
first player.
But I'm the next one
Gotcha. Okay.
in order.
He has to do it first?
No, it's opponents.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm discarding that one. Because it's a dumb card.
For this game.
For this game, it's a dumb card.
Dumb.
Dumb. Earns 3 points for every book in there that shows the category which one has the least of. Do you want to discard any to take any, or do you want to...
I'm going to discard this to take this. And can I shelve it? You may...
You may shelve any or all of the new acquired cards.
Okay.
Megan, it is your turn.
It is my turn. I'm going to go here. And I'm going to take this W.
Okay.
And I am going to go ahead and place it.
I am going to...
When Dracula's Attackula.
I'm going to go here. And I'm going to shove a card.
Okay.
Shove this boy.
14.
This one is the Wheel of Time, but time is spelled T-H-Y-M-E. Derek is mathing.
Okay. What does the bookseller do? Take one card from this location. You may shelve it. That's it?
Yes.
Okay.
two have already been taken.
Send my boy up there to the diviner side.
Okay.
I get to draw a card and I get to go first.
Yes.
Draw a card for each of my guys that's out there, so just
For
one.
each of your assistants.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go here. So, Stephen, discard a card. Bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Ba-ba-ba-da-dum. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-da-dum. Okay. I can discard a card to take a card.
You can discard 2 cards to take 2.
Yes, but I don't want 2 cards.
Ah.
Because I don't want the ones that have things that can take stuff away from it. So I'm going to discard this one. And I'm going to take this one. But I'm not going to shelve it yet.
Okay. My turn.
Okay, so there are 14. So 3 rows of 4 will give me 12. So there's always gonna be Hello, Mitchie!
Hello, hello.
There's always gonna be extras, isn't there? It's not gonna be an even.
No, it could be even because you can have extra turns. It's just the final round starts when somebody puts out their 14th.
Yeah, but y'all are so far ahead of me right now. I don't feel like I'm gonna get out all 14. Be safe. Wear protective things. Making us discard things. Well, I'll wait for Derek since he's the next one in turn order. No, like respiratory mask. A respirator. That's what it is, right? Respirator?
Yes.
If nothing else, it weeds out everybody's cards.
Yep. I'm going to discard 2 cards to take 2 cards.
Oh! Oh, and then you're going to replace them. I know what you're doing.
I'm going to actually take these 2. And I'm going to keep this one because I'm going to shove it. But first I'm going to discard this card and draw a card.
Okay.
So I'm going to shove this card here. And I can't shove this one, so I'm not going to.
Derek, it is your turn. Ooh, you better hope for an A.
Yep.
I'm confused about the book collector.
Why are you confused? What do you need to know?
So I discard cards,
Mm-hmm.
and then I draw from the deck,
Mm-hmm.
not the discard pile.
Correct.
You discard cards with those things. For every 2 that you do, you get to take a card. And then you can place up to 2 of them that you pull. Thank you. I wasn't even gonna ask.
Don't forget, everyone, you do have your 4U rewards down below us in the chat. You can use those to make it sing you a song, get Derek's opinion on things, make us do a dance party, whatever you want to do.
I'll just draw a card.
me to use Shelby?
If you're new out there, hi. We're Board Game House. That's it.
Hi, I'm Sunny. Cat butt. Okay. Am I done? Cool.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Yep, that goes away.
These two go. No. Wait, does
Yes,
he
'cause
from
it
the
would-
permanent locations too?
Yes. It's each location.
Okay.
The Shelf Masons Guild. What an interesting guild. A
The
gambling den.
Oh, I like the gambling den. It's fun.
And the Rummage Sale.
All right, so we deal 3 cards.
You
We
need
deal
to
a card.
put the Shelf Masters Guild at the end.
Oh yeah. 4 cards. Lots of beasties.
And the rummage sale.
3 cards for the rummage sale. More beasties.
All right, Megan, read us out.
All right, so the gambling den. Reveal 4 cards from the deck. The player whose category has the most matching books takes all matching cards. Well, I guess I should have read that up there first. Starting with the active player and going clockwise, all players name 1 unique category for each of their assistants below. Reveal 4 cards from the deck. The player whose category has the most matching books takes all the matching cards, and they may shelve 1 per player below. The rummage sale, you take 1 card from this location, and you can take an additional card if another assistant is present. All newly acquired cards may be shelved. And then the Shelf Masons Guild, shift any number of adjacent cards in a single row of your library in any number of spaces in one direction. That's a good way to be able to be like, oh, I want to place something,
In between
here,
these two.
so I'm gonna move these over.
Where'd my cards go?
Ugh. All right, Derek, you have the first player token, so you get to go first.
Y and Z. Okay. First, I will pop up to the bookseller.
Okay. My turn.
Oh, no,
my
I'm
turn.
sorry. Not the
Oh, yeah, it's your turn. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's okay.
Now, does this activate each time, or
Each time.
so
So
first time
if
you go
the
there?
First time you go there, you're only going to be able to shelve 1 card, and
But it's whatever you
it's
name.
going to be whatever you name, which is always nice. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and use Shelby.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me a card. Ew. I'm going to shelve this card, this R. Right
You go here. Take this A. And shove it.
I don't like how many cards you have.
I have virtually the same number that he has.
I don't like how many cards either of you have. only have 5
All newly acquired cards may be
shelved.
shelved.
Yes. What you're going to do, Derek? Ooh, the book collector is a good way to get rid of your banned books that you have in your. Here's this time.
I'm gonna hit up the rummage sale.
I'm going to go to the gambling den.
Name a card.
I'm going to name. Let's go with the Beasties.
Okay.
Okay. So, Ladies Who Category has the most matching books. So it has the most matching books, so I get to take all 3 of these. I have the matching books. And I get to shelve only one of them.
That gets discarded.
I'm going to shelve this one here.
Okay. I'm going to say reference text.
Reference text. Is that this
Magnifying glass.
one or this one?
Magnifying glass.
Okay. Oh, I'm in this.
Yeah.
Let's say the scary one.
The Necronomicon?
Yeah, the scary one. Okay, so far you're winning. Oh! I beat you right at the last minute.
So you get to take that
I
one.
get to take this, and I can place it if I want.
Mhm.
And I actually am going to. The devil's lettuce. I'm going to place it here. Oh, I can actually place 2 if I want. But it's only of the cards that I picked up, which was only 1.
Well, yeah, you may shove one per.
Yeah, it's only of the cards that I picked up, and I only picked up 1, so.
Hey, Lulu.
Hello, Cthulhu.
You're not Shakira. Please don't do that.
You know what? I learned new things about that. That's actually a cultural thing that she did.
You're not.
Has a specific name, and I don't know it off the top of my head, but it does. I believe it actually has to do because she is part. And please correct me if I'm wrong. But what I read was that she is part Lebanese, and it is a way. Has a specific word that it's called, but it's a way to show excitement. Fun facts.
And I know it shall be the death of me.
It does. Yes. Every time it comes on, that's what I think of. Yes.
I'm going to.
Relation?
Is that the actual title? Or is it just because of Lulu?
Shelve a card. No, I will not put this one out. I'm going to put.
What's he going to do?
No.
Aha! Yee. The more you know.
I will trust girlfriends.
Shelf masters.
Shelf Masons.
Yeah.
I too am going to the Shelf Masons. And I'm going to go. Boop. I can do that, right? I feel like I should be able to do that.
Yeah, that's what the Shelf Masons is for.
You looking for that early tea?
Yeah.
All right.
More gambling. You
Reference
get to do
text
2.
and Necronomicon.
Okay.
The quill.
You think the quill?
The quill. Yeah. No, he's got so many quills. Hourglass.
You have so many hourglasses. Alright, I'll say. Let's go with the beasties again.
Okay.
Beasties. Beastie, beastie, beastie. What were your 2?
Hourglass and the
And then,
Necronomicon.
yeah. Beastie, beastie, beastie. Oh no. No! Beastie, beastie, beastie. Oh, I only got 3. You got 4. 5.
So I get to take these 2.
Yes.
Those go away. I can place these both if I want.
You can indeed.
Hold on. Give me a second.
What have I done? Shit.
Ooh.
Fudge. I want to place these, but I can't right now.
Oh, you don't have to. I'm sorry, but can we look at the art here? Look how happy that little worm is munching on his paper. Happiest, the happiest of worms.
Okay. That's it.
Okay, so Derek gets to take a card. Yep.
You want to place that?
You also get the book collector if you want it. And the rummage sale is all gone, so you don't get anything from that.
I mean, I'll take that. Shit. Yeah.
Okay. So the gambling den gets to stay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, these 2 go away.
Yep. 3 more come out. Derek is still in. Has the first player token.
Community Center.
The Librarian's Lodge. And the local draft house. Okay, so the community center. You can take 1 card from this location, then give 1 of the remaining cards to an opponent. Both cards may be shelved.
In the lodge.
Okay, the Librarian Lodge. You may perform the following actions once each in any order. You can move all your previously placed assistants from a location to one of your home action spaces and activate it. Swap 1 card from your library with any card in your hand, another card in your library, or to any allowed position in your library.
Say that again? That was a lot.
You can swap a card from your library with any card in your hand, another card in the library, or to any allowed position in the library.
Gotcha.
And then the local draft house. The player on space 1 reveals 2 cards from the deck for every assistant at this location. In the order below, each player takes 1 card until none remain. Any and all drafted cards may be shelved. Cool. So, Derek?
I need 4 cards on the bookseller and 1 on the book collector.
Yes. Okay. Oh no! I did something wrong. Oh well, it's okay. It's alright. It's fine. Alright. I'm actually going to go here. Well, yeah. I'm going to take this one for sure.
Can a stability bookshelf be too wide?
It has to include your bottom. So right now, because you have this, it has to have your third. Just like he doesn't have any stability right now either.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to give, because I'm a terrible person, this W. I feel like the green is yours, which means this would like even out. So I'm going to give it to you. And I'm going to place this here. Dastardly dudes, a dark and stormy night, dangerous trailers, and dad jokes.
Dangerous trailers.
Strangers.
Strangers.
I thought it said dungeons. That's why I had a problem. And then dad jokes, a desk reference. Alright, you can shelve the card that I just gave you, but I don't feel like you will want to, so.
No dice.
Okay, well.
Cool. Derek. While he's taking his turn, if you're new, welcome! We are Board Game House. We play board games on the internet for you! We play Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mondays and Fridays you will see all three of our faces. On Wednesdays you will only see... Thanks, I hate it. You will only see Steven and I, or me, or Steven and I and guest. Any of those things. Derek takes a break on Wednesdays. This Friday, however, you will only see mine and Derek's face for sure. We may or may not have a guest. We don't know. Steven has a murder mystery, so go on and make that money. Cash money.
Alright, Derek, what? It is your turn, Megan?
Yee.
Can I go there more than once?
You know, I don't know. I don't feel like you should be able to, but also there's nothing stating that you can't. Unless it's in here. What's it called?
The draft house.
Draft
Local
house.
draft house.
The player who's assistant. It doesn't say that you can't go there twice.
Cool. Okay.
I feel like it's kind of poopy, but it's fine. But it's part of the game. I am gonna go here. Because I want to be a part of that. Well, one of your previously placed assistants. One, not both. Move one of them to your home space. And then you can swap a card.
I can do the action on that home space.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you watching who missed the earlier ones, I know this technically is illegal, but I had a thing earlier that let me do it, so.
And then what?
You can swap a card from your library with one from your hand, another card from your library, or put it in a different position.
Okay.
Also, if you're new, subscribe to our YouTube channel. New content's gonna be going up there this week.
This week! Actually,
Tomorrow.
yeah. I need to do some things on them.
Yep.
On both of them.
Yes.
It gives me something to do tomorrow. Yay!
Do we want
Position
to...
in
take care of what we want on the one?
Yes. After this, yes. Are you finished yet?
No, hold on. Shit. My cards are terrible.
Now, with the draft house, do you have to place them as soon as you draft them, or can you place them once you draft all the ones you're going to draft?
Any and all drafted cards may be shelved. I believe that means that you can wait until the end.
Okay.
So 6 cards are going to come out, and then we get to take 1 card until they're all gone.
Yep.
In this order. So you'll get to go, then I'll get to go, and then you get to go twice, and I get to go, and then you get to go twice, and then I get to go. Boo! It's such a different color dry than it is when it's wet.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
I'm also going to go here. So I'm going to move this community center one down here. I'm going to shelve a card. I'm going to shelve this card. And then I get to swap if I want.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to swap. I'm going to pull this one back to put this one out. Donuts, a visual guide. Alright, so now I really need to figure out what I am. I hate you. I really need to fill this in here. I only have 2 cards that I can do that with. Alright, I am out of workers. That's it for me.
Derek's at 11.
Huh.
I have 1 left I can do. I'm going to go up here,
I'm at 9.
which means I can draw 2 cards.
Let me get that.
Yes.
I really do want to paint something on this. Just this little button just seems, with everything else,
I think it was DK or somebody said
it's just.
wanted you to paint like a monster eye or a reptilian eye on
I
it.
feel like something needs to be done with it. Maybe I'll do like.
All right.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a beholder eye, so it's the eye of the beholder.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You guys are doing that thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, well.
Yeah, technically, we should have gone in that order. So take your things.
No, because I thought his thing is during the cleanup.
It's during when they're
Being worked out.
being worked out.
Gotcha. Poop.
Take your card, man.
So, in order to trigger the end game, you have to have 14 cards
In your library.
in your library.
Libri. Slow. Taking so long. You done? Okay. These are garbage.
Why do you think I said poop?
I'm gonna take that one though.
But actually, I'm going to actually do my witch's thing because it says the thing on it.
The thing on it? What thing on it? Oh, okay.
So that goes in there.
Yeah, you get like second choice with everything, and that's just really frustrating. Alright, so I need to look at my stuff.
Okay. That one and that one.
I guess I'll take this one.
Okay.
I am
Now
gonna
we
place
get
this.
place.
So many holes in my library. Also, if you're wondering, yes, I have my cards in alphabetical order in my hand as well. Okay. Now I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna get rid. Put all these cards here because I don't want them.
Yeah, I only shelved the 2 that I wanted to shelve.
Oh yeah, I already shelved my cards. Or my card. Okay. Shelby. Come back to me, Shelby. Shelby! Alright, so community center is now
Line
permanent.
to go away.
I don't believe that there is a cap on permanent ones.
There
so
is not.
Those are the last 3.
Yep. Ye Olde Book Swap.
The old book swap.
The Mystery Shack.
And the wishing well. Alright, so ye old book swap. Waiting for Steven to deal out cards here.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, face down.
Hey. Alright, so. Alright, everybody. Trade the ye old book swap. Trade 1 card from your hand with 1 card from this location. The newly acquired card may be shelved. That's pretty cool. The wishing well, discard any number of cards, then draw that number of cards plus 1. You may shelve 1 of the newly acquired cards. And then the mystery shack, name a category, then peek at all the mystery cards, reveal and take any or all cards matching that category. Return the remaining cards face down. You may shelve 1 of the new cards.
Okay.
Hello, PSP!
Hello, hello.
Are you okay? Bye! Me trying to decide if I want to go downstairs and get this bag of my Takis.
4, 8, 9, 10. I have 10.
Cthulhu! Thank you for the 50 unicorn biddies!
So he has 1, 2, 3, 4.
He only needs to place 1, and then we'll be in endgame.
So what means endgame?
We have 1 more round.
1 full round?
1 full round. Hello, Mr. Valley!
Hello, hello. So if he ends it this round, we'll have to shuffle those.
We'll shuffle those, and we'll have 1 new. Yes.
Okay.
Ye.
I'm going to go here.
I was fixing to burst.
You good?
Do you ever just have just like a really good pee?
Yes.
Where it just feels refreshing?
Right. Derek?
You can place a card if you want to.
Yeah, I don't want to place that card. So, but I feel like you knew that already. So I don't know why you even said it.
I didn't actually know that, but
I am trying desperately to get through this game without having any of those any of the spells and potions. Derek, it is your turn.
yeah.
Okay, trading something.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I place it?
Yes. The newly acquired card may be shuffled. Alright, see now he has a square.
I had a square before.
No, you didn't.
Threes.
Oh yeah, you did have threes. Sorry. And you have a square.
Mhm.
I do not have a square.
Need a cue.
Yeah, I need to do some things here. Alright, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the book collector.
Okay. Discard 2 with like symbols, and then you get to draw something.
You draw one and place one.
Good.
Oh, you may shove up to 2.
I can shove up to 2 of the newly drawn cards.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm going to go ahead and discard 4 cards, all that have the purple
Okay.
on it.
So you get 2 cards.
Yes, I do. Can we please fix that discard pile? Thank you. Literal garbage.
Hot garbage, like the new Kickstarter at the top.
Hot garbage. Alright. I really boxed myself in.
Hey. Sundin.
Yes?
What a question that is.
Hell
yes.
You are speaking to
Dice
2
goblins.
dice goblins. I feel like I'm even more so dice goblin. We're both pretty dice goblin-y.
If you can present me
Yes.
with a
Hello,
heavy,
Sundin.
if you can present me with a heavy dice where I can't read the numbers, I'll go nuts.
Derek and I were talking about making dice because we have a couple sets downstairs of molds that we're just kind of waiting to get some of the other stuff in.
Also, this is the end game has been triggered.
Well, not yet.
Yeah, it has been.
Not yet. It doesn't get triggered until the end of this round.
Right. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This
I
round
know,
and
I
then
know.
next round, and that's it.
Yes. And we were talking about how he wants a completely clear set of dice, and we're like, how are you gonna number them? Like, what color are you gonna use? He said, I was just gonna frost them because why do I need to be able to read any of the dice that I have? So
I love all my dice. Can't read a damn one.
I'm going to book collector as well. I'm going to do the same thing for them that all
Okay.
have the different symbols on them.
You don't lose points for having cards in your hand, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yes, 1 point for every card in your hand.
No.
You mean this alphabet that I have?
This
Those
alphabet?
are discarded. I draw 2. I can place them both if I want.
You can. There are some pretty dice out there.
I'm only going to place one of them.
Also, if you're interested in making dice, I can send you the link to the Facebook group that I'm in. That is literally just information on how to make them. So, I can put that in the Discord as well if you all are interested. If I do, it'll be probably in Arts and Crafts,
What are you talking about?
the Facebook group. They also put pretty dice in there, which is really fun. You can't say that you want to buy them or anything, because then your posts get deleted. But I really enjoy being in there. All right, so let's activate Shelby here.
Activate!
Shelby is getting activated. Can I have one from this side? No, the other side. Yee, that one. Garbage.
Wait, I thought... No, the draft house is not staying out.
Garbage. Put that there. Thanks, Shelby. Alright.
My turn.
Yee.
Reference text.
Garbage? Garbage. Fun.
That was such a wasted turn.
Derek wants all the cards.
Oh, I have to do an action on that tile.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
sorry. What is it? Name a category.
Then peek at the mystery cards, reveal, and take any.
All cards matching that category return the remaining cards face down.
And you can shelve up to one of them.
Monker mouths. And then, okay,
Just that one.
just one, and it's an lousy card.
Okay. So.
You may shelve
Oh, that's what I was
one
doing.
of the newly acquired cards. So I
Alright, so I'm going to go to the bookshelf. Or the book swap over here. I can trade one card in my hand with one card from there. And then I can shelve it. So I'm going to get rid of this garbage card that I was given earlier. To take this one. And put it. Yeah. A Breves, FYI. Oh look, it's a book for Rachel.
A Breves.
Yes, so more or less the way this game works is that you are trying to make a stable bookshelf, but your cards have to be in alphabetical order.
What? Is that the end?
I think there's one more round.
There's one more round.
No, I'm saying is at the end of this round.
Yes.
Yes. I feel like your card is just the golem is just so powerful.
Yeah.
It feels too OP. Go back to the resolution phase here. Alright.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the yield book swap is still in play. That's yours, this is yours, this is yours, this is mine, this is mine, that's yours, and this is yours. Wishing well in the mystery shack. Get tossed to the side. I'm gonna help out a little bit, I think. I'm gonna try anyway.
This is the
One.
final round because I ended that round with more than 14 cards in my library.
That is 4, right? Or is it 3? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now what do we got?
3 new ones.
Tax collector, Shelf Mason's Guild, and the Librarian's Lodge. What a nice one to have on the last round.
Yeah. There's only 2 spots.
Oh, this goes. All right, so Stephen, you are still first player. Where do you want to go? May not.
I'm going to go to the Shelf Mason Guild.
Okay.
I'm going to shift these all down one.
Okay. Derek?
Wait, I want to do that?
I don't know. Do you want to do that?
Hold on. Or do I want to do it this way? I'll do it this way.
Okay. Gives you more options there. I think. Derek, now it is your turn.
Mm-hmm. What does a tax collector do? In turn order, each opponent must... Okay, I see. I remember. Take one card from your hand.
Everyone's getting all like
This
trying
book-
to get up.
This book says poets who didn't know it.
This one's called What Happened Was.
What had happened was...
Whaling for fun and profit.
Oh. Oh. Okay, well, I just feel like that's just singing in general. How's my degree?
And then you have this one.
I almost did it. I almost did it. This one is the best. It's a beastie book that is titled Other People's Children.
Monsters.
Owlbears! Owlbears and other foul pairs! Foul spelled F-O-W-L! Yay. Okay, I dropped cards.
Yeah. Shoot
All right.
any number. I don't get to shove anything.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the bookseller. I think. Let me double check. Actually, let me get this card that fell because it is.
Sorry, I'll get it.
Are you sure? Okay. It may be important. These two cards that fell. Yes, I'm gonna get this one first. Take this location. I'm gonna take this one. And I'm gonna shelve it. Did I want to put it there? Yes. That's what I want to do. Yeah. Derek?
Yeah.
The good news is that I'm pretty sure the things that I wanted to do, neither of you are going for. I say now, and then we'll inevitably get disappointed whenever Derek goes for it.
And then I can swap or put something in any available position.
Does that mean you can place a second card, or?
Yeah.
No, you get to swap you swap a card from your library with any card in
Or
your
s-
hand, any card already out there, or you can move it to a new position.
You don't
That's
get to
what
add
that
another
is.
card.
You don't get to
now.
add another card.
Oh, but I can swap one out from here with one in my hand.
Yes. No, just owlbears right now. I have despondent despots. I have abominable snow hens. Derek, you're shaking the table. I have aardvarks and odd sharks. Any of these tickle your fancy?
Oh, shoot. I apologize. I'm counting things.
Tentacled creeps from the deep.
Fairly hairy fairies.
Teeny weeny genies. For going down the rhyming one.
A quivering archer's bows.
Poorly,
Quitting with style.
poorly translated tales. Quitting with style. So, table flipping.
Thieves' Cant. A robber's guide to reading.
Oh, that's good.
Terrific tyrannies through time.
Tyrannies.
Right? Gee.
Okay, I'm done. That's it.
Alright, I'm going to the community center.
El Comunicado.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to take this one. I'm going to give this one to you because you can't use it. And I'm going to place it here.
Hey.
Oh no.
Oh no!
And now. Looks like you gotta go to the library lodge. With your last person.
Actually, that's okay.
I shouldn't have said that.
You shouldn't have.
Just take it now.
Well, there's 3 spots, so.
Is it 3 spots?
Oh no, there's 2 spots. I mean, you can take it. That would be a really poopy move, but you can do that.
Gee, you tickle my fancy.
Whoa.
But I like it. I don't feel like it's anything dirty. I feel like if my fancy gets tickled, it's like a little, it's like right here at the bottom of my chin.
Is that what your fancy is?
That's where my fancy is.
Is that your last one? Your last person? Your turn? Okay, putting another card. Oh no. What happened?
To what?
My stuff here. There are a lot of shenanigans right here.
Can you swap out a card and make
Just a
everything
whole
work?
lot of shenanigans. Yeah, actually, I mean, I can. It's just, it loses me some points.
Guys, the first time we played this game, there was a hot dispute.
Became known as #the dispute.
The dispute.
If you were in chat when the dispute happened,
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go here.
toss a bit to your Twitcher.
Alright, so let me read this again. So I can move one of my previous place assistants from location. So I'm gonna move this one back here. But I can do this in any order.
Yes.
So let me think for a second. I can swap one card from my library with any card in my hand. any card already here, which I thought I was just going to be able to do this, but then I saw this and I realized that I really screwed myself over.
Yeah.
Or to any position.
Hashtag the dispute.
God, that's gonna kiss me. Okay. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Let's put this one up there. So I'm gonna replace this one with this one. Fantastic fur balls.
Fantastic. I have so many good books and I just didn't read them.
And then I'm going to pull this down so I can put this P here. Look at that nice, even, beautiful.
Happy butts.
Sunny, thank you
I know
for
that-
the 10 happy butts.
I know that more of you were here.
Hashtag the dispute. That was a long time ago.
I guess so.
Like a long time ago. That is my turn, I believe. That's that.
That's the end of it.
Give me the score pad.
Hold on, I'm not done.
We gotta get a driver's mark for over there.
Was there not one in the box?
I don't see one.
Oh, there used to be one in the box. Meta! Thank you for the 12 happy butt bits. All right. Is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
I went first. That was disappointing.
That was disappointing.
We need a different marker.
Eric? I liked this one though.
Nope, even worse.
Hey. All right. Alphabetical order check is first.
Ka-ching!
So let's start with, well, we'll start with me because my name is on here first. So A1, C6, D4, D5. Almost had a mess up, but then I switched it to F2. O, P2, P4, R1, R3, R5, T3, T8, T10, and W4.
Check.
Steven. A, B1, B3, F, G, K, Q, S1, S2, S3, S7, T, U, W. Check.
Check.
Derek. A5, A7, B5, B8, C, E, 4, E5, G, H, I, 1, I5, J, L, M, N1, N3, O, P, Q1, Q2, Z. Check. All right.
Woo! We know our alphabets.
We do know our alphabets. Corrupted codices. The scary one. How many do you have? I have 11. Derek has 14. Stephen has 5. Fantastical fictions. I have 9.
10.
Derek has 10.
16.
16. Historic volumes. That is the yellow.
$13.
I have 9,
14.
13, and 14. Monster manuals. I have 11.
5.
11.
Reference text.
Sorry, 12. references are that magnifying glass.
Yeah, that magnifying glass.
8.
Dang it. Spells and potions. I don't have any.
6.
Okay. So, now we have the shelf stability bonus, which is up here. So each player earns 1 point per card in their bookshelf that is in their largest stable group of cards.
12.
So
21.
I had 15. Okay. Bestow prominent works. All right, so whoever had the player with the first. Okay, so Derek gets 15. I get 9. And Steven gets 4. Banned book penalties. I don't have any. Steven, you had 2. So that's -2. Derek, you had 6. So that's -6. Categorical variety. Each player earns 3 points for every book in their bookshelf of the category which they have the least of, not counting the banned books category. So that gets Derek an extra 30 points.
Get you an extra 27.
Yep.
And gets me an
I'm
extra
really,
15.
really mad because it would have been 36. 13?
15.
15. Now we get to reveal our focuses. Does anybody want to guess anybody's?
Well, Steven has the quills.
You have the hourglasses.
I do not.
No, so you just didn't
Monster books.
do very well.
I couldn't. So many of them got discarded. Steven discarded so many monster mouths.
Corrupted codices. All right, so Steven, yours was fantastical fictions. So 2 times 16 is 32. Derek, you had monster manual. So 2 times 12 is a 24. And mine is 22. I really thought I did better than I did.
Megan's gonna do the math, and I'm gonna talk to you about being here. You're a board game house. We play the board games. We are very fun. You should like us a lot. If you like us a lot, hit that purple heart up here and help us reach our goal of 800 followers, which is that's our next milestone. Hit us up on all of our socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We also have a YouTube page where you can check out all of our past episodes, all of the how to plays that Megan has done. Steven also did 2 of them. There's going to be new content up there. Derek's Kickstarter Corner, all the previous versions of that are up there. And then there's new content going to be up there soon. We're here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Always something different. Unless we're playing like a legacy game or something. Megan is working on doing her due diligence as the Dungeon Master for Humblewood. We just got that out from Kickstarter. It's a brand new supplement system where everyone's going to be playing as rodents in the forest. She's working hard on that. We're all very excited.
Not
There's
everybody's
gonna be,
a rodent.
or bird. Steven and I are obviously playing. Megan is the Dungeon Master. Our friend Clay is joining us, and we're also going to have another guest yet to be announced. What do we have coming up? We've got new YouTube content. We've got Humblewood. We don't have a plan for a whole lot more stuff. YouTube content obviously is going to be fun. Yeah.
I mean, we're getting pretty close to Humblewood, though.
Pretty close to Humblewood.
We got the last piece of... I want to say the word tech in for it today. Mm-hmm. Well, it really wasn't tech. It's literally an adapter screw.
Yeah.
But we got those in, so...
We're getting close.
Yeah.
Join our Discord.
We're small animals.
Small animals.
We are woodland creatures.
Yes, woodland creatures.
Join our Discord. There's stuff going in there all the time. Talking about games that you like. Talking about our lives. Talking about D&D stuff. Cosplay. Creative biz. It's just we try to do everything. We try to do everything that we can to make our board game nonsense fun and acceptable. Megan, are you done with the math?
I am done with the math.
Okay, good, because I'm done
You
talking.
talk about it after we do this. Okay. Go for it.
Okay, so in the third place is Steven. Yes. With 63 points. Drum roll. In second place.
You.
Yeah, it's me. With 73 points, and in first place is Derek with 84 points.
How many did you have?
73.
No, the last piece of tech was literally an adapter screw to go from one
Hate
size
that card.
thread to another.
What, this golem?
He's so OP.
Is he?
Yes.
Yes. 1,000.
Yes. My
One,
God, thank you for the
2,
11 unicorn
3,
minis.
4.
Yeah, and the cards kept staying out. The ones with the cards kept staying out.
Well, some of them you can't get rid of. Like, you can't get rid of the book collector, so that's one card every single turn.
No, that's what
The
I
only
meant.
one you can't get rid of is the diviner
Like
set.
the ones with the cards kept
Yeah,
being
yeah.
the ones that were staying out. So
we have definitely played a game of this where the permanent things never had cards on them.
yes,
And I was screwed.
not screwed. Like,
I mean,
this thing is like
I still won,
seriously powerful. Yes, it comes with a handy dandy thing. It had a dry erase marker in it, but I don't know what happened to it.
I was really worried that those potions were going to screw me, but I couldn't, like, so many of the monster mouths had them on there, and then I also wanted to make sure I got the reference texts.
The last couple plays really got me when I realized that I hadn't been laying them out correctly.
Yeah, you had to take a couple turns to try and fix yourself.
Which, I mean, was fine. Like, it ended up working out okay, but like, not okay because I lost. So I'm on a dry spell right now.
$99.
Oh my God! Thanks for stopping in.
I do enjoy a good spoon.
What?
Like 99, as opposed to like 69. It's just a cuddle.
Okay. Sure. Maybe. I feel like he's the only person that would be like, yep, that's a thing. That's what I'm gonna call it. Yeah, Charles, I agree.
Well, that was
You
Ex Libris. When we first,
I can.
did the Ex Libris come in that box?
Ex
We
Libris
didn't
came
know
in a
what-
box.
About a year and a half ago, I randomly got a box delivered to me that I had no idea what it was, and it was stuff that was mistakenly sent in my direction. And when I returned it, the guy that I returned it to sent me a box of games.
Basically, like
For being a good guy.
like scratch and dent games.
Yeah. And this Ex Libris was in it. I think when we first opened it, we didn't really know what it was, and we were like a little trepidatious.
I
And
wanted
we had
it. We had seen.
it had been BAM.
It had been in BAM, but we had watched them play it on
Game the game.
Game the Game. So I don't know if you had or not, but I had watched it on Game the Game and wanted it. So I was really excited when Ex Libris was in that box. Yeah. So, do we want to talk about both things that are coming out?
Woo!
So, the YouTube content, I guess Steve and I have decided that we're going to announce what it is, so y'all can get maybe a little hype for it. Tomorrow are we doing it every Tuesday, or are we doing it every other Tuesday?
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, there's going to be a new review posted on the YouTube done by Steven. So that will be up along with the Kickstarter corner. Should we do yours on a different day since Kickstarter corner goes up? the Kickstarter corner doesn't always go up on Tuesday. I'm gonna start doing the Kickstarter corner, maybe get it up by Wednesday. That way we have a different thing.
Oh, Blake Harmon's
This is me thinking out loud.
It doesn't really matter. Not a lot of people are watching the Kickstarter corner.
Is that true? It's gone up It's gone up every week. Every week it's gone up.
I do the Kickstarter corners for me, so.
So there will be a review of Oceans.
We'll
Is
do.
that the first one?
Yeah, we'll do.
Oceans will be going up
This week.
tomorrow. Whenever we're gonna stay up here for just a minute and take some last minute pictures and things so I can get those put in, and then that'll be up tomorrow. And then on Thursday is my series that's going to be up, which is going to be the first episode of Diary of a First Time DM, in which I literally came up and just spoke to the camera and rambled for 20 minutes. So that will be up on Thursday, and that's going to be all about me freaking out about DMing for the first time and talking about some of my fears and some of my trepidation and excite. So that will be
And the thought is to kind of continue it through doing Humblewood.
Yeah. So that'll keep going. I have ideas for the next one, but it hasn't fully come to fruition yet. With this announcement, that means I'm gonna have to actually do it, which I feel like was Steven's plan all along. But yeah, that'll be coming up on Thursday. I filmed that like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago. No, it may have been longer because I feel like it was before I got my hair cut. I feel like it was before I got my hair cut.
I think we should just keep them going. Do you plan on keeping them going as we play?
Yes.
And then she plans on pulling like.
I want to pull some clips and stuff and put in there.
I mean, Humble
because I know between these two, I'm gonna have things nice and planned out and be like, yeah, it's gonna go smoothly, and then they're gonna do something. Because I know these two really well. I know their play styles. This one, once he gets something stuck in his head, that's it.
Yes.
That's it.
Having
That's it?
DM for him for a couple of years,
That's
I can 1000% tell you that is 1000% the case.
Is the king of conspiracy theories in D&D. And once he gets hooked on one,
yes, and
that's it.
It doesn't matter what.
And.
But if your theory is completely wrong within the narrative of the story,
yes, and Steven.
That's not how that works.
And
yes, it is.
This one likes to, as in regular game. I haven't actually gotten to play with him as a player very often, but him as a DM is more what I have of him. But going by his regular gameplay, he kind of likes to try and break the game a little bit, but in a way reading between the lines of the rules. You can't deny it. The smile on your face says that I am absolutely correct.
But that's just not D&D. That's everything.
So yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Hello,
Magic Moose Moo.
So we'll keep that going, and I think I'm always thinking about D&D. So Humblewood's gonna take a while, but even after Humblewood's over, we can keep playing D&D, and it would keep going for whoever DMs.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice.
I just had a thought, something you may want to do for the YouTube there, that you actually may want to do.
I'm already doing too much.
Look at that. He can't even keep a straight face. He can't even keep a straight face on that.
They wanted me to do Derek's Kickstarter corner outside of the stream.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that.
It'll take you 15 minutes.
The only thing that keeps me sequestered to not going off on tangents is the fact that we have to play a game.
Okay, well, I'll give you that. I'm gonna give you that one. Because you still go off on tangents.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
And everybody's like, yeah, okay.
This is never gonna fly. This would never fly, and it's not gonna happen because it's illegal.
Well, then why are you saying it? I feel like right there you should just meh.
because it's a funny idea. Rolling it up with Derek. It's where Derek gets high and rolls up a character.
Yeah, but somebody's got to buy it for me. We're not made of money.
Trademarked for when that's illegal.
Whew, that would be so much fun.
See, you actually like that idea. But no, not happening.
We can talk. The first 15 minutes can be me warming up. We can be me warming up and talking about what we're warming up, and then the rest of it is just pow, whatever happens.
I don't know. Can I talk about that? Because there is already a YouTube series that is real funny. That's very similar to that.
Sure.
There is a YouTube series where a woman takes edibles and then puts on makeup. Different types of, like, she does, like, character makeups and stuff. Like, she's done Shrek, and it is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I highly recommend it. If I can find it, I'll put it in the Discord. It's real funny.
There's a grandma on Instagram who, like, a couple times a week does dabbing with grandma, and it's so funny. It's so funny. And then, like, on YouTube, there's...
Is she the one that, where her and her grandson, like, do all, like, the vines and the...
No,
it's different. And then, like, there's also Getting Doug with High, which I love Doug Benson.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. So that's fun.
So, anyway, after that tangent... But those are that's the content that we've been teasing for like weeks about. The Diary of the DM has been in the works for a while, and it's just been me getting the gumption and confidence to come up here and sit and talk to a camera. Which, I want to talk about tangents.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of that.
Yeah. Hey, the fish.
Hi, the fish.
Do we want to play another small game?
Let's play a super small one, maybe one round, and then call it.
Cool.
I feel like one night we need to just do like a just chatting, like just pick a topic and just like go.
I mean, we can do that right now.
I don't have a topic.
What other YouTube content would you like to see us do?
Ooh, yes. Let's source.
So, you guys, if you guys are coming to our YouTube channel, what kind of content would you guys like to see? Because that's one thing we're trying to grow is the YouTube. Because like we're gonna be here to talk to you guys live every single week, but we want to grow the neighborhood.
Derek plus wine plus a weekly topic.
But
so
the problem is that's already done.
That's already done, and you actually watch the guy who does it. So.
Oh, Matt Belisai? Matt Belisai. I could never meet Matt Belisai because he's fucking hysterical. If you don't watch Matt Belisai on Instagram, you are missing out on life.
Derek's D&D builds.
That's not fair. That's just me just wasting a bunch of ideas.
Who says they're wasted? You just hold on to them.
There's the ideas I already have for characters are too many characters for me to play in a lifetime. I would have to do a one shot a week.
So many characters.
Or what you do, hear me out. What you do is you take each one of the characters you make in an episode, and then you compile them into a book.
That's all. You know that I'm already doing that. You know that I'm already doing that.
Well,
I thought that was just a backstory.
No.
Oh, you're doing
I'm doing it the whole thing.
Well, why don't you just record yourself doing it?
Trademark. This is video evidence. Trademark. Nobody else do it. It's mine.
Video yourself doing it, and then...
Have you started on it?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anything else? Do we have anything else that you all would want to see, maybe? Little one. Come here.
Should we just set up the camera and just...
Like a speed round.
That's literally impossible.
Speedrunning board games?
Speed run.
Fuzzy's like, fuck you guys, I'm here for the games.
There would, like one. You could do one round in a speed round, But I feel like we would all have to be like, okay, do you know what you're doing? Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Okay, let's go.
Oh, I mean, maybe some exclusive content about running a one shot.
I don't feel like any of us are qualified for that.
I can help people build a one shot.
Oh, you mean help people build one?
Yeah.
Not talk about doing. It's so. If you have the gumption and if you have the ideas, you can easily flush out a whole D&D scenario. I wrote a one-shot. It wasn't very good. I wrote a one-shot when we were going to be riding on a train from here to New York City. I wrote a one-shot about us on a train. And if you have an idea, and if you have, if you feel like you can do it, you just have to, storyboard things. And sort of a branching tree. I don't know, it's complicated to explain, but it's not hard.
The biggest thing with a one shot in general is to have an end goal. Know where your story is going to end. Like, have your big bad boss, have your, the thing that they're working towards.
I don't even think you don't need a boss.
Well, not necessarily a boss, but you need to have, the story needs to have a conclusion for that story arc. Generally,
I also have a handful of one-shots that I've just collected.
Good man.
Speaking of one shots, once we get Humblewood up and running, at some point, Father's Day is coming back up.
Father's Day is coming up.
We may have to pull out D's and Dad's too.
Dads too.
Bring back Hewlin and Drake.
Dracio Clawbrew.
Yes.
Tracio.
How did you know that off the top of your head?
I look at D&D Beyond all the time.
And the Green Goblin, whatever his name was, Hobbs.
His name was Hobbs.
Hobbs.
And Gallowin.
And Gallowin.
I remember that one.
Yeah, because she was from a different campaign.
So yeah, we'll bring back D and Dad's.
Gallowin may not appear. May do something different.
I don't.
For another secondary D and Dad's.
I still want to do D and Dad. D.
D&D would be a lot of fun. I feel like D&D though I would want to do pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Because that can go off the rails so fast. For those of you who don't know what D&D is, D&D is Steven's idea of him DMing sober, being the DD, and having the rest of us be intoxicated playing. Which I don't know. I feel like you would get. I feel like you're just gonna get really, really frustrated and really mad.
But Cass goes, but that's why it would be pre-recorded. So that way, if it went completely off the rails, I got completely too far, we could say, you know what? We tried. It did not work.
It did not work. But like, I think it would be a lot of fun. I really would want to get. I'd want to get Lauren in on that one.
I think Cass would be fun in that one
I think
too.
Cass would be fun in that.
And
Yeah,
Clay.
honestly, let's just get the home group,
The home game.
home game, and do a one shot.
We can do that.
I feel like a lot of it's just gonna be Lauren going, now what do I roll?
That's her when she's sober.
No, I think you have to. This isn't anything against our friends. You have to get for especially if people are going to be drunk. You have to have people who understand D&D and are there for that purpose.
No, I feel like
You get Lauren and Cass and Clay super drunk and they start even if it's the smallest tangent, even if it just twists off for just a second, you're gone for 30 minutes.
Nah, Cass, all she's gonna want to do is just hit things.
That's also for me.
That's literally all she's gonna do.
If I am drunk and I'm not interested, I'm not interested. I'm done. I have to be rolling dice all the time. There's not gonna be RP. I just gotta kill shit, or I'm just gonna be bored.
Yay! That's so fun, meta. But yeah, that's another content that may be appearing.
Woot. Awesome.
Ow. Why did you go from sweet to goblin?
That's what she does.
Actually, you know what? She doesn't even go from sweet to goblin. She goes to gremlin. She's a gremlin.
Oh, she's not even on the camera. If you're gonna do that, be on the camera. You're gonna be cute. Be cute on the camera. Be content.
She wasn't being cute. She was being mean.
Be content.
Being mean.
So, any other ideas for things you guys want to see us do, or you think would be fun or entertaining?
A couple people know this, but I have a pirate-themed campaign written up, fleshed out. It's pretty good to go.
Well, maybe after we do Humblewood.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, sure. Humblewood is going to be, I would say, between 5 and 10 sessions, depending on how like distracted they get, and because there are 5 different sections. It's built to run from level 1 to level 5, and I believe you level up to level 5 before you go into your last arc.
But what if we want to keep playing? What if we love our characters?
And if you guys want to keep playing, then I will be terrified.
Thanks, DK.
DK, luckily, and this is why Megan agreed to it, luckily, the campaign it's in the book. It is the book campaign we're going to be playing through, so it's scaled so that it should be okay.
Why are you biting my watch band? Why?
But I think Megan wants to do Fridays.
Friday, definitely
Maybe
Fridays.
Probably every other Friday. So that's probably going to be about 2 a month.
Either every other Friday or once a month. Ah!
I think if you do every other Friday, then the other Friday or the other Thursday, you could release your DM thing.
That's true. That's true.
So, like, 5 months.
Yeah.
Depending on when we have to take breaks and stuff.
Which would then get us through going to Gen
Get
Con.
us to Gen Con. Woohoo!
But yeah, so that's the kind of new stuff that's coming up.
You were being such a sweet Mal, and now...
She still is. She's holding your hand. She's the sweetest.
She is sweet. Gen Con hype?
Gen Con live show.
Well, yes and no, because our friends over at Bored and Drunk tossed out the idea of us doing a stream at Gen Con.
We haven't really talked about it too much.
Maybe? It's a long time away.
Maybe we should just get a whole party together, get Ray to show up, Spring if she's there,
Spring.
Bored and Drunk, us, Snuggy. Just get all of us smaller streamers that always rate each other, Jess if she's there, and get us all just have one big party stream.
Secret
Okay,
Hitler.
But that would be so fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
I mean,
I would like to sit between Ray and Spring. The 3 fun people just right there together.
I just feel like that would be super fun, and now things have to like start rolling.
I will put out feelers and see what people say.
Yeah.
So,
Love sandwich.
if that is something that
I see Dragon 0210. Welcome to the neighborhood. Thank you for following during our like.
But yeah, if that is something that you
Kind of
guys
just chatting section.
would be interested in, I will put out feelers to our other streaming friends that we rate all the time.
Yeah.
Too bad that Nerds of the West won't be there.
They want us to go to PAX Australia.
Oh, let me get the money for that.
If they sponsor us, we will go and we will guest star on their stream.
Please. Okay, number 1, can anybody imagine me on a flight to Australia?
Yes.
Asleep.
Drunk.
Just
Passed out. It's like Dramamine and wine. We're good.
Just. Like, I want to go to Australia real bad, but I feel like I need to, like, break it up. So, like, send me to Hawaii first, and then send me on.
We'll take
Oh no, that's worse, DK.
We'll take 2 weeks. You and I will do like a second honeymoon in Hawaii. And then after you've beached for a week and you're calm,
I haven't beached for so long.
we'll plane to Australia.
I haven't beached in so long. I want to beach. I would love to do that.
I'd also love to go to some kind of con in Europe.
I would love to go to Essen. Essen is on my bucket list. You're so violent.
I'm also
and you
content-
just come with
I
it,
mean,
just claws.
Second honeymoon in London, and then on to Germany.
My thought. I'm sorry. I'm still on the whole like Gen Con live
Gen Con
stream,
Live, the
because
group.
we have Friday night free now because of there's no CR live.
I feel like we should talk about this off stream.
Oh,
though.
Yeah.
Oh,
We will.
Oh, she got you good. Okay, so the difference between River and Lynx. When River like comes at you, she comes at you just paw, and then maybe you'll get a claw, but like not. She comes at you full claw, just every time full claw.
blood,
See?
blood.
Like there's no just like sweet bat. It's like claw. You touch the paws, you get the claws. Look at her. Look at her. Look, she just full spread. Full danger paw.
But look at those toe beans.
I mean, the toe beans are real cute. Her peats are real cute. But she comes full claw. Danger beans.
Well,
Just
that's the stream, everybody.
danger beans.
Yeah, let's find somebody to raid.
It ends with us just playing with the cat.
Because she's a good kitty, but even if she is a gremlin.
She just bit at me.
Do you want to do our little spiel one time for anyone that happened to come in during all that randomness and have no clue what we are, what we're talking about?
If you are new, welcome! We are a board game house. We play board games on the internet for you. We play Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mondays and Fridays, you will see all three of our faces. On Wednesdays, you will see mine and Steven's, or mine, or Steven's, or me, Steven, and a friend. It varies. Right now, on Wednesdays, we are playing through our legacy game Detective, which is super fun. Hopefully nobody blows up and dies this time.
Spoilers.
So, yeah. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That's where you're going to find any announcements. If we're having any guests, what we're playing this week, if we have to cancel for some reason, that will be there. Also, hit up our YouTube. That's where you're going to find our how to plays, our VODs, and our content that we talked about just a little earlier. That's going to be starting up. Please consider hitting that subscribe button there.
Jesus.
Hit that subscribe button there. All that does is notify you when we post a video, which you can turn off, but that really, really, really helps us out, and we would appreciate it so much. We're really trying to focus on YouTube.
And if you do happen
this
to
year?
stop by our YouTube, hit the thumbs up on the videos that you watch.
Yes, that is also appreciated.
Just because you like us.
Comment on them there, boys.
Come join our Discord. It's super fun, super active. We'll post a lot of links. I think I said I was going to post 2 links tonight. So I've got to remember to do that. And then I think that's it. Oh, this year we are trying to do a little bit more for the community and for charity. So 20% of all donations, not bits or subs, but donations, will go to a charity this quarter, and may continue on. We don't know yet. Is going to go to the Humane Society,
Aminals.
to the animals, And then for every $100 donated, we will be donating a game to West Virginia University's Toy Mountain, which is very similar to Toys for Tots, but it is done locally, well, sort of locally, with West Virginia University, which Derek and I both graduated from. We are alum. So for every $100 donated, we will be sending a game that way. And
So far, we already have one game.
We have one game already.
And 25% of the way till the next.
Help us. And if you're enjoying the content, hit that follow button. We would really, really, really appreciate it. There's a button for that. This one. Hey! Heart button. All it does is let you know when we go live. And we would really, really, it really, really helps us out. And we would really appreciate it. So, there we go. That's it.
All right. 2 options. Who do you want to do?
Okay.
There or there?
Let's go here.
Okay.
Because, well...
Stardew Valley.
I was saying here because last time it was at the end of the stream.
Okay.
And I felt bad. So, we're going to go raid Jess again.
We're trying to get her a little bit earlier on tonight because last time they were literally ending up their thing. So we're gonna go raid Jess real quick.
She's playing Stardew.
We're gonna hit her, and everyone, we're gonna find out. We need to find out if she's going to Gen Con for reasons.
For reasons.
So let me get this set up real quick. All right. So, anyways, we love you guys. Have a wonderful middle of your week. Wednesday, Megan and I will be back here for more Detective. Tomorrow, my review of Oceans will be up. Definitely go check that out, please. Thank you. I love you. And yeah, we love you guys, and we will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye, guys.
What happened to peace?